Welcome to the Workamper Show, a podcast devoted to helping you discover how to finance your RV travel dreams. I'm Steve Anderson, the president of Workamper News. Each one of our episodes will either introduce you to people who are already living the RV lifestyle or to opportunities to work short-term jobs. You'll also learn how to hit the road the right way and make the most of every opportunity. Now let's turn over today's show to your host, Greg Gerber.
Thanks, Steve. This week's show will be short and sweet. I'll be interviewing the director of a large privately owned park in beautiful Santa Barbara, California, where Workampers help with various events and by assisting park guests. Today's episode is sponsored by The Dreamer's Journey. It's an online course and community produced by Workamper News. Life is way too short to keep your dreams on hold, so don't be held back by fear because you were designed for more. Get started in the RV lifestyle the right way with this comprehensive guide. For just $29.95 for 1 year of access, Dreamers have unlimited viewing of 50 plus videos to learn things like what type of RV to buy, goal setting, how to budget for the adventure, developing a positive mindset, setting up a domicile, and operating a small business on the road, plus everything about work camping and how to find the right job for you. Each video is 30 to 90 minutes long to give an in-depth coverage on each topic. There's no wrong time to get started, so for more information, visit www.rvdreamersjourney.com. Dean Noble is the executive director of Elings Park in Santa Barbara, California. It is the largest privately funded nonprofit park in the United States, according to Wikipedia. About 90,000 people live in Santa Barbara, which is located along the Pacific Ocean about 100 miles north of Los Angeles. Being a private park gives the staff a little more flexibility in how the park can be used and what visitors can do. Because of the park's sweeping ocean views and oak groves, it's a very popular location for weddings. But weddings aren't the only way people use the park. It has softball and soccer fields, as well as a tennis center. The park is about 230 acres in size, but only 90 acres are developed. That leaves lots of room for hiking and mountain biking trails, and all 230 acres are designated as an off-leash dog park. The facility is home to the Elings Park International Raceway, where people can race their radio-controlled cars, and a separate area allows people to fly remote-controlled model airplanes. There's a disc golf site, BMX bicycle track, and a staging area for paragliding and hang gliding. Work campers are typically needed to set up for weddings, control lights at the sports fields, check guests into the tennis center, collect money to park on weekends, and patrol through the area to make sure everything is clean and in good working order. The park staff are very concerned about fire safety, and work campers help to identify problems before they get out of control. To tell us more about this work camping opportunity, please welcome Dean Noble, the Executive Director of Elings Park, to the show. Thanks for joining me today, Dean. I really appreciate the time. Tell me a little bit about you and your business.
Sure. My name's Dean Noble. I'm the Executive Director at beautiful Elings Park in beautiful Santa Barbara, California. It's a private nonprofit park, Greg, which is a little unusual. So that gives us a lot more latitude in how we can operate and the things we can try out and do. We're about 230 acres, and we're an urban park with sweeping ocean views and beautiful oak groves. One of the key responsibilities for our work campers is just opening and closing for weddings. We book out just about every wedding, every weekend per year for our popular wedding program.
Very good. Now, it must be really hard to recruit people to come to sunny Santa Barbara.
No, it's not at all. The park itself has about 90 acres that are developed, and that's got softball fields, a small tennis center, some soccer fields, but the rest of it is just green space. So very popular with mountain bikers. And Greg, the interesting people we get are, it's not unusual to have our standard retirees, but we have a lot of people that are starting internet businesses, writing novels, selling jewelry. And then others, Greg, that are taking advantage of the local tourism industry, working as servers, bartenders. With the aging population here, we've had a few nurses and their spouses come through, and then also some musicians and artists as well. So it's a very eclectic community that we are able to attract at Elings Park. We are also an off-leash dog park. All 230 acres are open to dogs. So if you are a canine aficionado,
Mhm.
we've got a spot for you.
Very good. Do you have RV sites on in the park itself?
We do. We've got spots for 6, and we are in the process, Greg, of creating a custom-made RV spots. Right now, they're in some shady parking lots. But if I check back with you in about 8 months or a year, we should have something custom-made, kind of in a private little grove area
Okay.
for RVs.
Very good.
One of the spots is over just across the street. Well, a little bit. It's fairly close to the ocean. You can see the ocean, and it's pretty spectacular.
And how long have you been with Elings Park?
3.5 years, Greg.
Very good. And as the executive director, are you responsible for hiring the work campers?
Jennifer Weeks on our staff is handling that right now.
Okay. What types of jobs do the work campers typically perform for you?
Yeah, number one, opening and closing for weddings, also turning on and turning off lights for our softball program, checking in people at our tennis center, taking parking money on weekends, and then often just generally patrolling the park just to make sure everything's in ship shape and good order.
That sounds relatively easy work to do.
It's wonderful. We require 25 hours a week. We ask that we be your first choice for scheduling, and that if you have another job, that scheduling comes second. We also have a lot of spouses. So one spouse who is retired or ex-military will take all of the park hosting responsibilities, while the other spouse will pursue his or her career in town.
Okay. Is this a volunteer position?
It is a volunteer position. That's correct, Greg.
Okay. So 25 hours, volunteer, and you get a free site in beautiful Santa Barbara.
We pay for water, power, and utilities.
How many hours a day do you think they're typically working?
Gosh, it really varies. I don't have that schedule off the top of my head, but I will also segue into, we have cultural events. So we have some family-friendly concerts that are very popular. We get between 1,000 and 1,500 people on our gorgeous soccer fields. We've brought Shakespeare back to the park. We've had the opera. We've had the ballet, Baroque music. This is all slowly coming back to life as quarantine relaxes. But if you are a fan of culture, Elings Park is a great place to park as well.
Mm-hmm. So when it comes to the weddings, what are the work campers doing? Just basically crowd control? Or are they setting up the chairs and everything like that?
Yeah, just opening. Our facilities crew will prepare the site, but just making sure that A, people can find the site, and then B, doing occasional sound checks to make sure the DJs are not annoying the neighbors, and turning off the lights at night.
So that's just the softball fields are open and available for use, and at a certain point of time, they go dark.
They go dark. That's what we do. Yep. Same. Make sure lights are off, power's off by about 10 o'clock.
How long have you been utilizing work campers?
Gosh, that predates me, Greg. I would say 10 or 12 years, and it's critical to the operation of the park. We value our work campers. Having such a large, beautiful property really right in the heart of Santa Barbara, it's critical to have eyes on the park for fire safety, to keep mischief makers out, et cetera, et cetera. And our local neighbors really appreciate us having our park hosts there. Oh, we call them park hosts, but that's the work campers, yes.
And are they like patrolling the site? They're doing security work?
Not at night.
Okay.
No, and no enforcement necessary.
I can understand looking at some of the pictures on the website with all the trees and things like that, that you'd be very concerned about fires.
Yeah, so we just want to make sure. I mean, if they spot something going on, please call 911 first and call me second.
Are these seasonal?
It's year-round, Greg, but we definitely have a need or room for more during the summer season.
So summer season for you is like April to September?
Yes.
How many work campers are you hiring from season to season?
Yeah, we usually have about 6 RVs, so it's a pretty small crew.
Okay, so you 6 RVers working about 25 hours a week. That must mean you have a good variety of things for them to do.
Absolutely. As I said, it's a big park. The other responsibility is closing some of our neighborhood gates at night. So we want to make sure people don't get stuck on our trails at night. So if you like to hike, if you like to walk around, if you're counting your steps, it's a great position as well. But again, what also makes it novel is you have access by bicycle or automobile to wonderful restaurants and cultural opportunities in Santa Barbara. You're not isolated. You're definitely in the mix if you so choose to be.
Very good. So much of the work that the Workampers are going to be doing will be on foot, or will they get a golf cart to be using while they're working?
You shouldn't really break a sweat. Most of it can be done sitting down or walking around.
Are there any special skills or qualifications that are needed for this job?
No, but we've been doing a lot more. We've put in the last 3 years 250 oak trees, ranging from half-gallon seedlings to 15-foot field-grown specimens, and over 3,000 coastal scrubs, and are working on some other exciting horticultural opportunities as well. So I would love to have somebody come into the park in the near future that's got a good green thumb or maybe some farming background as well.
Well, that would be fun and interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So they would help you with the planting and the development and making sure that they look good?
Absolutely, yep.
When do you start recruiting for these positions?
Greg, we're recruiting year-round. You can go to our website, elingspark.org, and we also post on the Workamper sites. People can send us a resume, a photo of their rig, let us know if they have any dogs, and we'll take it from there.
If they have dogs, is that a plus?
That is a plus.
Okay.
We love our dog owners.
What about children? Can Workampers with kids?
Children are welcome. Yeah, children are welcome as well. So just let us know.
Okay. Are you looking for couples or solo Workampers, or both?
We're looking for both. We have solo work campers and couples on a regular basis.
All right. If there's a couple, are they each working 25 hours a week, or is it 25 hours for the RV?
25 hours for the RV spot. So again, if you've got, one spouse is a graphic designer or working on their novel or wants to go in town and pick up some extra cash as a server or a bartender. We also have, some traveling nurses as well. So this is a great way to make that happen. The cost of housing and rent has become stratospheric everywhere, and particularly in California. It's a real treat for a lot of folks to be able to come here and have a subsidized spot walking distance from the ocean in this beautiful 200-acre park.
Absolutely. Most of the work is done on the weekends then. Is that correct? Am I understanding?
It really varies, Greg. No, our softball, we have over 1,000 players a week. We have 3 fields. And so softball is Monday through Friday. And then the wedding business will be mostly on the weekend. And then tennis is generally in the morning, checking people in. Parking is going to be on Saturday and Sunday. And then our cultural events, concerts, etc., just kind of happen sporadically.
So whenever the mood strikes and people show up and there's a little impromptu concert going on.
There may be. Yeah, we make it a policy that kids under 12 are admitted free. And we have 2 massive soccer fields. And so while on that are generally listening to the artists, the kids are usually running around with kites or beach balls or glow sticks. It's a great vibe.
How fun. How about work campers who are traveling with teenagers? Can the teenagers work for the park too?
We have had some teenagers in the park. They like to kind of volunteer for us. It's definitely not something we require.
What's involved in the interviewing and hiring process?
We generally do a phone interview or 2. We like to see a photo of your rig. We will check references, and then if we've got a spot, we'll start scheduling.
By looking at a photo of the rig, are you looking for something particular?
Just want to make sure the RV is in good shape.
You're an upscale park, and it is California.
Yeah.
You don't want anything 50 years old up there. What can a work camper do to really stand out if they want to work for you?
I stay in touch. Sometimes, we have to. It'll take 1 or 2 phone calls or 1 or 2 emails over the course of 6 or 8 months until the schedules align.
The schedules meaning for an interview or for you needing to bring on another work?
For a spot to open up. Just stay in contact with us.
What draws people to the area in addition to this beautiful park?
Oh, good question. Santa Barbara, if you look at a map of California, and you'll see about a third of the way up from Mexico, there's kind of a peninsula that juts out. So Santa Barbara, the beachfront faces south. So we're really the only south-facing part of the western United States. And so that gives Santa Barbara a really unique Mediterranean climate. That's why grapes grow so well, why there's such a fabulous wine industry here, why our beaches and climate is a little more temperate and a little milder. If you're a fan of the outdoors, the Channel Islands, which are just off the coast, are often called the Galapagos of the Northern Pacific, with a tremendous amount of marine and bird life. The hikes here are spectacular. And maybe more information than you want to know, Santa Barbara is a global biodiversity hotspot. Conservation International says that 2% of the planet has over 40% of the plant and animal species, and we are one of them.
Can people get to the islands from Santa Barbara?
Absolutely. You can take, there's a harbor, there's still a fishing industry here. You'd want to go, if you're just a civilian, you'd want to go down to Ventura, and there are regular boats that go out there.
Okay. Now, Santa Barbara is ideally located in that it's not right in Los Angeles. It's close enough to get in there for all the activities. And
without traffic, we're about 90 minutes north, and we have attracted work campers who have relatives or grandchildren in the Los Angeles area and arrange to meet with them, once a month or every 2 weeks or so. Though frequently, if you have family in LA, they're going to want to come up to Santa Barbara probably more than you want to go down to LA.
So that's kind of more of a beach culture in that area.
Definitely a beach culture. There are a lot of hotels here. And one of the fun things about having such a strong visitor industry, Greg, is there are more restaurants per person, more music opportunities per person than you normally would for a community of about 100,000.
What's one thing that you wish all work campers knew before they came to work for you?
At some point, you're going to have to leave Santa Barbara, yes.
Okay.
So we it's not a 5-year stint for you, even though some people would like it to be. Gosh, and I think the other would just be, and I'm sure there's a lot of guest interaction, so just be flexible, Keep a smile on your face, be flexible, and if you run into problems, send them to me.
Where can people get more information about this job and make an application?
Yeah, Elings Park, ELINGS, elingspark.org. There are other Workamper opportunities here in Santa Barbara as well. We've had people bounce from Workamper opportunity to Workamper opportunity here in Central California. It's a beautiful part of the world.
When you had mentioned that they will eventually have to leave, is there a time limit in which you want people to work?
Yeah, we hope people will stick around for 6 months, but we frequently extend depending upon the individuals.
So if they do fall in love with the area, there's a possibility of spending an extra couple of months, but it's not going to become a full-time, permanent kind of position.
No, not at all.
Very good. And do you have a diversity of work campers working for you? I mean, different ages and backgrounds and things like that?
We do. I thought we'd get a lot of retirees, Greg, but part of it is, I think, the proximity to Los Angeles, where we get graphic designers, jewelry designers, people that are launching a fashion site on the internet. So we get some artsy types as well, and that runs all ages.
Sounds like a really good opportunity. 25 hours a week volunteering to keep the park open, but the rest of the time, and that gets them the free RV site, and then the rest of the time?
That gets them the free RV site, absolutely. So it's a lot of fun. It's a good group.
They can enjoy beautiful California weather and lots to do. So it sounds like a great opportunity.
It is, Greg, and thank you so much for the opportunity to promote Elings Park in beautiful Santa Barbara, California.
I'd like to thank Dean Noble for taking time to talk to us about the work camping opportunities at Santa Barbara's private Elings Park facility. The jobs are not paid. Volunteer work campers are expected to put in 25 hours a week to receive a free full hookup RV site. That 25-hour commitment applies to the RV site, not to each work camper. Although the park is open year-round, Dean typically needs more work campers during the summer season from April to September. He would like work campers to commit to at least 6 months, but they can extend their time. However, it cannot become a permanent position. The park is generally open from 7 a.m. to sunset, although weddings and organized sports activities can extend later. Even then, the sports fields and outdoor wedding venues go dark by 10 p.m. Work campers typically put in more hours on the weekends than during weekdays. No special skills are needed, but work campers who have gardening or farming experience will be able to help with some special projects in the future, and with taking care of 250 oak trees planted around the park, as well as 3,000 coastal scrubs. Applying for the job is as simple as emailing a resume and photo of their RV to info@elingspark.org. Workampers should also note whether they have dogs because Dean said that's a plus at a dog-friendly park. Children are welcome too, but people should disclose that when applying. There is plenty to do in the Santa Barbara area. Naturally, there's an active beach culture, but also more restaurants per capita than many other communities, as well as planned and spontaneous music events. The area is also considered to be an international global diversity hotspot, with a tremendous amount of bird, animal, and marine life. For more information about Elings Park, visit www.elingspark.org. That's ELINGS park.org. Today's episode is sponsored by Workamper News. With its Diamond and Platinum membership tools, Workamper News is much more than just a job listing website. When you put the tools of this professional service into action, you'll find out just how easy it can be to turn your workamping dreams into reality. The one-year memberships open the door to a one-stop shop for all things workamping. Being the original resource for workamping, you'll find the largest number of job listings, be able to connect with a community of workampers, and view resources compiled by experts who've been enjoying the RV lifestyle for many years. If you're serious about leading a successful and enjoyable workamping lifestyle, then a Diamond or Platinum membership is for you. You can even get started with a free 30-day trial by visiting www.workamper.com/trial. Embark on new adventures today with the support of Workamper News behind you. That's all for this week's show. Next time, I'll be speaking with an employer looking for workampers to help at several RV parks and mobile home communities in the Midwest and East Coast. I'll have that interview on the next episode of The Workamper Show. Thanks for listening.